Good morning and welcome to the Daily Drive. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm in the Ford Focus RS and I'm fairly late to work. So I'm hoping I'll be able to make up a little time. Yesterday I drove the GT500 to work because we're getting in September. It's kind of the last of the warm days here in Canada. So the GT500 is going to have to go back in storage for the winter. So I've been driving it as much as I can. Now, today is a sunny day, so I should be driving the GT500, but I didn't for two reasons. One, I think you guys are getting sick of seeing it. I seem to get more hits, or more views, not hits, views, when I focus on the Focus rather than the Shelby. And then the second reason is today is what we call in our industry crunch day. So that means we're getting down towards at least the last year of development, and generally we have to start working some overtime. See if we can get around this truck. Crunch mode means I'm usually going to be there till like 9, 10, and that sounds really shitty, but Ubisoft at least doesn't do it like the other studios do. The other studios go into kind of a death march where you're just there every day, literally every day, weekends, everything, till late, and you just want to kill yourself at the end. But Ubisoft doesn't do it that way. They try to space out the days that they have overtime so that people can still have a life, which is very nice. So let's see how we can make up a little time on this road. Focus is a lot faster on this road than most cars. Pretty good run. I mean, I didn't push it too hard because it's cold and the tires don't have awesome grip in cold. But it's always fun, and I'm really curious. I mean, as much fun as it is in the summertime, I'm really looking forward to what it's going to do when the snow starts flying here. Because the brief days I've had this in some snow, it was really good. So this is my second attempt to record a daily drive episode. Last time the camera facing me recorded but it was completely black, the entire file. And the other camera did 12 minutes and then did the same thing. I don't know if that's the fault of the SD cards, because they tend to be a little flaky, or if it's the fault of the camera, which is cheap and also a little flaky. Maybe a combination of them both, I don't know. But I tried to do this once and didn't get any usable footage. What? Oh, okay. Oh, so back to the GT500. Yeah, so I drove it yesterday. Everything was really casual, and until on the way home, I pulled up to a light, and a Tesla pulled up next to me. He had his family and wife in the car. Now, it's been cold here. It's been like in the 60s, 50s and 60s, because it's, you know, getting to be fall. And the GT500 doesn't have great traction on the best days. But it wasn't like perfect lineup either. He kind of pulled ahead of me a bit. But the light changed. I mean, I can make a million excuses, but we know the Tesla's faster, don't we? And it is. He took off with his family and kids in the car and was just gone. I made a feeble attempt and spun a lot and got a little sideways. But those things are nuts. So what else is nuts? Well, the Demon is nuts, and it's nuts for a different reason. It seems like Dodge has been kind of lying a bit about the quarter-mile times. It's fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fast, but it seems like in the hands of normal people on a normal track, it's getting more like 11s than 9s. And I did some looking into this to find out, you know, what the hell's going on. And it seems that Dodge spent over a day with a professional track prepper on a quarter mile to get that track prepped. And they went over it and over it and over it to get the right amount of stickiness that would launch the car but wouldn't hold it back. So, not exactly real world experience there. But, you know, what car company doesn't do that, frankly? They always kind of fake the numbers a bit. Like Nürburgring doesn't have an official timekeeper. It's all just whatever they say. They've been talking about getting an official timekeeper, but so far, no. You just kind of have to trust the organization that does the timing, and you know, you can't race a car around Nuremberg with street tires and then have someone do it in different tires and consider that equal So they were talking about having an agency that makes sure that if you're going to do an official Nuremberg lap time, that it's official on the same tires or the same, some sort of regulation to make it a little more even. Here's where the fun begins. And by fun, I mean not fun. It's like there was an accident. Yep. Crashed Beamer. I guess Drake was in the news, or at least his entourage. They were going through Toronto here. I guess he's from here. And some guy was driving, he had a camera set up on his car. And the guy let one of the limos ahead of him. And then the one behind it, he, you know, because the standard rule is you let one in, you let the other one has to be let in by the person behind you. And he let the one limo in and didn't let the other limo in, and that made them mad. So one of the big bouncer goons gets out and stands in front of him and signals the other car in front. And the guy's yelling at him like, "You're not police, I have the right of way." But of course, big goons don't care. Oh, so I didn't explain. The reason I'm driving this on a push night is because I don't like the GT500 sitting in this kind of weird back alley where I park until 9 or 10 at night. Wouldn't be so bad if it was summertime and it didn't get dark, but it gets dark, so that leaves it sitting there in the dark. The Focus RS is a big deal in Europe. Everyone knows it, it's been there for years. Here, not so much. People don't really know much about it. Especially in this stealth gray, people hardly look at it twice. We just lost a camera. Yeah, there's something wrong with these things.
And indeed there is something wrong with it. Shortly after this, the second camera gave out, and I was intending on taping all the way into Toronto, but that didn't work out. But I think I got enough together to create an episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up and please subscribe. It helps me know that you're out there and interested. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Daily Drive.